I really need to start using my mic again. This is what I got for now. So I wanted to kind of recap on Kawaii Kon and kind of compare it to Super Saturday, which was pretty much my first big event, my first artist alley. And I don't know if I would consider that a convention. It was one day compared to the 3 days of Kawaii Kon. But regardless, it was my first big event. I would say Kawaii Kon is my second. But I want to revisit a post that I made following Super Saturday and how I felt. And it was just me being transparent. And I kind of want to see if I feel the same way or felt the same way, because I know that it was kind of a rough one for me. So basically what I'm going to do is just read the post that I made following Super Saturday, go picture by picture, read what it says, and kind of reflect and compare. So like I said, it was just me being transparent about how I felt following the event. The first slide says, "I'm back and Super Saturday was amazing for me, in case anyone was wondering, but I feel the need to let everyone know why I haven't been so active leading up to the event following the event." And that's just me all the time. After the event or even before the event, I kind of just log in and concentrate on only the event itself, prepping for it, and giving myself time to rest afterwards. But for Kawaii Kon, I did become active again maybe 2 weeks prior, just so that I can advertise myself. I think I put up new products that I was debuting on that day, and I just wanted to let everyone know that I was attending the convention and I got accepted, and to try to find me if you can in the Artist Alley. The next slide says, "Super Saturday was my debut as an artist, and no words can describe how excited I was to be amongst such amazing artists. Following my Asia trip, I got to work right away to create new stickers, new merch, and did my very best to market myself and my work, working day and night for 3 weeks straight. As a result, my booth grew 3 times bigger from my last baby craft fair. I even managed to avoid the dreaded con crunch." This time for Kawaii Kon, I didn't prepare as much. A lot of the merch that I brought to Kawaii Kon were just old merch. I made new signs, repackaged my mystery packs, ordered keychains, had my friend make sticker books and bookmarks and credit card covers for me, and ordered just more stickers overall with some new designs. But I knew coming into this that I didn't want to stress a lot. I didn't want to stress at all. So instead of making a lot of new stickers, I just outsourced a lot of the things that I brought to Kawaii Kon, which reduced the stress so much more. I do remember working really late to make new stickers and being stressed out about laminating them and the cuts not being clean enough for me to be satisfied to sell. And so I didn't want to have to deal with that. And I figured not a lot of people have actually seen all my work. So at Kawaii Kon, there's thousands of people who are coming who haven't seen the stuff that I brought. So I figured it will be all right. And even if you have seen me before, I got some new stuff for you. So yeah, my booths did not grow any bigger, but like I said, I made new signs. It looked a lot more organized. I feel like it was more cohesive. And I did have a mock-up set up in my room, and that completely changed on the day of setup, just because my sister didn't like how I set it up. So yeah, I would say she's the brains of how things look or are finalized when it comes to my booth. I know there's a lot more that goes into like attracting people to your table, and I don't know. I do know that I don't want it to be ugly. Also, I don't know exactly what people are attracted to, and I see the reels, I see the TikToks about drawing people to your table, but you know, it's a lot for me, and so I kind of avoid that altogether. That's a bad thing. As far as con crunch, yeah, it was almost non-existent to me. There were just little things like making sure that I got the times correct as far as setup goes, and making sure things got in on time. Other than that, I didn't feel stressed at all, which I'm so thankful for. In the next slide, a few days prior to the event, I grew extremely anxious and the imposter syndrome hit me like a truck. So much so that I lasted until halfway through the event. Truth be told, I didn't even want any customers to come to my booth. I didn't even take pictures. The worst part for me is that it prevented me from really interacting with all the artist friends I made through Instagram. I fully intended to go around buying everyone's merch and formally introducing myself, but that didn't happen, unfortunately, and for that, I really do apologize. I was still feeling anxious leading up to the event. The imposter syndrome, it was a little bit there, just because I know a lot of you guys, a lot of artists have done Kawaii Kon already, and it would be my first one. So I didn't know what to expect. A lot of people already have done it and know exactly what to do, where to park, where to enter through, and those little logistic things, like that's the worst for me. Once I'm settled in my booth, like I'm good, and I won't ever leave my booth. And I did have a lot of help this event. I had my friend Shannon and my friend Jay help as workers, and my sister was there as usual, and she does her thing. She helps, and then other times she's just gone, which is fine. I don't mind it. I can man my own booth and whatnot. But it does help a lot when someone talks to the customers, packs stuff for me while I talk to customers, and promotes my stuff when I don't have the energy to call people over or to say hi. It helps me conserve energy, and I don't come off as like uninterested in what's going on or uninterested in selling my stuff. So I'm super, super grateful for my helpers, and it was definitely a different energy, and I definitely needed it because it was my first 3-day event. As far as talking to the other artists, I had the chance to go around on Sunday to some artists before we opened and trade stickers or give stickers or snacks away. That was a nice opportunity for me, and the fact that I had a chance to leave throughout the event because I had such good helpers was also a nice thing to have as well. I still didn't leave. I still had to get over the anxiety about leaving my booth for a long period of time, but to have that option to go and leave and to say hi to people was actually really nice. Eventually, I will have a proper break of at least an hour a day to, take my time and go say hi to other artists. I'm sorry again. As the event went on and I began to get the flow on how to run my booth, those feelings slowly began to fade. My heart became full. The feeling of anyone buying my art is crazy to me. The compliments I had and genuine questions about my art process really helped with my imposter syndrome. To all who bought from me, I'm truly, truly grateful for you, and I hope that I can work harder and provide better art for you. Like I said, I came into this event a little bit more confident, and my helpers definitely helped out a lot. I chose the best helpers because they were so charismatic. So the imposter syndrome or the feeling of anxiety was quickly extinguished when people started coming and the event opened up to the public. And I felt so much better knowing that I had people to count on. So the anxiety part gone, imposter syndrome. I feel like I'm somewhat more seasoned after Super Saturday. I only did a few more other events after that, but the community that I became a part of after Super Saturday really helped me, and I really felt accepted amongst other artists, especially the local artists. So, of course, still being less than a year in this scene, I still felt like I have a lot to learn, but I think that's everyone. Everyone still has a lot to learn. If you say that you know everything, then that's when you're like backtracking as far as this whole art thing goes. I think you're always going to be a student, and you're always gonna need to learn and improve yourself as an artist. All this to say, and to really prove If I can do it, you can too. Take it from a real person. If you have ever thought about starting your journey and running your small business, I encourage you to do so. Do it scared, because it's when you're uncomfortable you truly grow as a person. And that is why I began in the first place. For me, it never was about the money or clout, rather to grow and even inspire. For those who are secretly on the fence or scared to take the leap, or also feel anxious, take my transparency to know you are not alone, and I wish you the very best. Yeah, well, again, it's not about the money, it's not about the clout for me. And the reason I'm even making this video is for those who haven't done Kawaii Kon, or are thinking about holding or having their first event, is to encourage you to take that leap. I think you never truly know what is scary until you experience it for yourself, and then you can come out of it and say, yeah, that was scary. But 9 times out of 10, that's not really the case. Maybe initially, yeah, you're uncomfortable, you're scared, but afterwards you get to meet a lot of great people. You get to experience something new that you've never done before, and hopefully by the end of it you're gonna just want more. Hopefully by the end of it you come out a more knowledgeable person, or even a better artist. You'll definitely get something out of it. I don't consider myself a veteran or very experienced in the scene yet, but I can say that I'm willing to learn and take chances anywhere that I can now to grow myself as an artist, and most especially as a person. And to be transparent again, being in between jobs and going back to school at LCC, being in the creative media program, I am on the fence again on what I want to do as far as my career moving forward. The more I invest my time in the art scene, the more I kind of want to do this full time. Right now, I do enjoy being around like-minded people. I do enjoy bouncing ideas off of people and learning from people who have a lot of experience in art. I think that you can learn something from anybody and from everybody. Not every artist does things the same way. If that were the case, then I think Instagram would be super boring. Everything would look the same and there would be no variety, nothing interesting to look at. I do want to grow my community. I do want to reach out to more people, collab with more people, and overall just get myself out there more, network more, work on my art more. So I want to get to know everyone who's following me and get to know all my artist friends a little bit more. If you guys want to DM me, talk about random things, or if you want to do a collaboration, I'll do collaborations with anybody. Please reach out to me. It's just another opportunity for me to get to know you and other artists a lot more, or a little better. Well, I don't know where I'm going with this video now, so I'll just kind of end it now. Thanks for listening. And I hope that you learned something, or you got something out of this video, and have a good day.